All right, guys, here we go. Race 6, Zwift Racing League, round 2, last race of this season. This course has a crazy name, but I think it translates to three little climbs. And it was definitely a good challenge. It was definitely a good push. The team did well. This opened up with a climb about a little over 5 kilometers in and definitely shattered the peloton there. I'll be commentating throughout the video, just giving little insights of where I was and how I was feeling. I was feeling a little sick, still a little sick now, but overall it was a good race. Um, Tim and Chuck took 1 and 2. I ended up taking 8th, and the rest of the team finished strong in their respective positions, but you'll see how all that played out throughout the video. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, so right here we had a few guys off the front that you see there, and we were debating on just letting them go, and we were, because there was just a couple. But then you see that third rider going, and then eventually this rider coming through in the orange jersey is going. The guy he just passed is going. So now this is kind of becoming somewhat of a threat. So before they got too far, I started going. Now, as you can see, the guy, another mountain biker guy, started going as well. So they had about 5, 6 riders up here, which is good enough for a breakaway. But once I went, everybody at Peloton followed, Chuck followed, and we quickly shut that down. But if you look at the top right, the Peloton kind of stretched out a bit. But overall, it got shut down, and that was the objective. My only mission for this first climb was honestly to stay with the front group, and I already knew going in that I was willing to burn 90% of my matches if that was required for me to stay with them, because the rest of the course up until the final climb was just punchy climbs, which kind of suited me. So as long as I got up here with the front group or stay within reach where I could just catch them a little bit on the download, that was a mission success for me. And I knew that at least I'd be able to get to the rollers with the front group and be in a good position and help my teammates out as well. All right, as you saw, I made it up with this group. As you saw when I was climbing, I was hanging off at the tail end, but man, I was not going to let that group go. I would have unleashed everything if I had to. Tim came back to help as well, let me draft in his wheel, but yeah, he eventually ended up slipping from his wheel, but dug a little deep and caught back up, and here we are going downhill, 13 strong in the front pack, and we'll see how the rest of this plays out. All right, so we're coming to the second climb. I actually had a goal in mind of hitting this pretty hard when it makes that right turn above, but I also said that it depended on how I felt and depend on how the race was going. So the majority of these guys use their feather here, which I was going to too, but I decided to save it for the second part of the climb, which is the ZRL KOM, the second half, top part, and just use their draft. And yeah, just to use their draft to just follow them up and over this steep part and into that climb. So I just saved my feather and just kept pedaling and just didn't try to save energy as much as I could and stay in contact with these guys. Honestly, coming into this climb, coming down that little cut through downhill, I should have been more towards the front as I look at this replay back, but nonetheless, it was all good. This is where Tim and Chuck go off the front just to push the pace a little bit, see if they get a breakaway. If I was more closer to the front, I honestly would have went with him or tried to go with him, but since I'm coming from the rear, you can see him up front already gapping. There was no point for me to try and bridge that and potentially bring the rest of these hooligans with me. So as soon as we crested over, I kind of just got off the gas a little bit, sat back and tried to let them boys do their thing and hope they got away. All right, so we got a guy off the front here, and obviously I want to work for my teammates and have them save energy as they're the better climbers for the end. So I'm gonna go chase this down because within this bunch, I'm probably actually the weakest climber in there. So instead of letting this guy, Corniv, get off the front, which I think he's very capable of doing, just gonna go ahead and shut that bad boy down and close this gap and bring us back together. And let this fight get settled on the final climb of Titan Grove Reverse. Alright, so if you made it this far through the video, you would have saw after the climb, we had several people going off the front and just pushing the pace and tacking, and Chuck did a good job of closing those down mainly. And towards the end here, I decided to help mainly because I am probably the weakest climber out this bunch, so if I can help save energy for him and Tim, that's what I was going to do. And just trying to hang on as best as I could. And the whole goal in between first climb and end climb was just to conserve energy as much as I can anyway. I think I was like either the heaviest or the second heaviest rider of this bunch. So just racing smarter and more efficient was mostly to the benefit of me, and being a little on the sicker side, I definitely had to conserve energy. So here we're just cruising along, getting ready for the Titan Grove rollers and then Titan Grove reverse climb, just getting mentally prepared for that. These rollers are deceptively hard. I was fighting demons here, just trying to hang on. This is the power of good teammates and motivation. And Andy was in the background de-essing. I think he was still there at this point, but I needed every ounce of my body to get through these. I really wanted to come off the pedals here, but Chuck and Tim and everybody else was just pushing me through positive motivational words. And here you see I'm kind of digging just to reattach. We're so close, we're a mile out, so it's, no need to give up now. We're almost home, so it was a tough little section right there. The funny thing about this last part is I fully expected it to be dropped already. I thought these guys were going to come out the moment we hit that start line of the climb and start swinging for the fences, but the fact that I'm this close to the group was a little encouraging, but I am on empty, like legit on empty, and don't have very much to give. At least that's how I felt. I just didn't have anything to give, so just to be right here within the mix of these 8 riders was great for me. I was fully intent on finishing 10th, and I was happy with that. So to finish where I finished was great. I'm just going to let this play out. Gave it all I had, Captain. It was a wrap for me. I actually threw up after this. I didn't put that on the film. But overall, we finished first place in this race, and then we finished third place in the league overall. So I hope you guys had a good round 2 of ZRL, and hope to see you for round 3 in January.